Hey y'all, this is Audra Hicks, your Tennessee Realtor. I'm here with Sheldon Doodle and Stewie Doodle. And we are going to talk to y'all today about barns. We live in the South. I think barns are just so neat to go through the countryside and see them. So I thought I'd show y'all the different types of barns and the names of them. So if y'all like my content, please like, share, and subscribe. And y'all stay tuned because I put the real in real estate. Don't I, Sheldon? Yes. So I think barns are neat. So I seen this on social media today, and I think it's blurry. We will see if I can get it to stop being blurry. Here we go. And this is all the different barns that well, I'm sure it's not all the different barns. I'm sure there's a bunch more, but there's 16 different barns that they have went over in this cool little thing that was on social media today. So I printed it off, and I'm like one that loves to laminate stuff that I want to keep and share with you guys. So I thought it'd be interesting to come on and share these 16 different barns and what their construction's like and why it was used that way. In early colonial America, the word barn meant a place for barley. This truly American invention was created for both the storage of grain and the stabling of farm animals under the same roof. This picturesque, efficient structures, or these picturesque, efficient structures were designed and built by men who knew the land first and realized its worth. So, the first barn being a New England connecting barn. It all connects together. It's so cool. They could just stay in there all day and do their chores and stuff without, if it's raining or bad weather or snow or whatever, they could stay in there and get everything done. So the example of continuous architecture, farmers could accomplish chores in winter without going outside. Um, the Western Prairie Barn featured open peak ventilation and a lean-to livestock stall. The bank barn, it's not shape of a bank, but it's built in a bank, kind of like berm houses. They're built in, berms or banks. The example of Pennsylvania German construction built into a bank for animal protection during winter. Connecticut barn made with fieldstone for the lower livestock area with a wagon shed at right angle. And then we have the fieldstone barn. Features vertical slits for ventilation, built from fieldstone, indicates Dutch German influence. Then we have the North America log tobacco barn. Unchinked and uncaulked log barn with drying oven underneath. Used loft poles to hang tobacco. So that's a tobacco log barn. New York clapboard barn. Built in the utopian shape O of the perfect circle. And the Kentucky Tobacco Barn. The tobacco barn architecture is completely American, features air drying to allow tobacco to cure. Now around here you're going to see a lot of, in the country areas, the tobacco barns, and they look like they're on fire when it's the tobacco season or whatever for them to hang it and smoke it in the barn. A lot of people that have moved here from other states have never been on a farm, never seen a barn. When they see them on, they think they're on fire. So it's funny. Um, then we have the Shaker Round Barn. This one's interesting. I think it looks like a church with a steeple and stuff on the top. The round barn, built in shape of circle, was intended to keep the devil from hiding in the corners. Let's see. That's what that one looks like. Right there. Doesn't that look like a church? It's funny. Farmyard Palace. Efficient and well built, reminiscent of time when the farmer was king and barns were the palaces of America. All right. The Appalachian Overhung Loft Barn. We have seen this type of barn in the Smoky Mountains. I think it's in Cades Cove, if I remember correctly. We got pictures there from long ago with our son too. And and I think it's in Cades Cove somewhere. Built on 2 storage cribs, popular in the mountain hill country from Maryland to Georgia. So that's what that one looks like. There was the Farmyard Palace. Look at the palace over there. And then next we're going to go over here to this one. This one is the Dutch gambrel roof barn. Extension of roof called a Dutch knuckle. Barn door above opened onto thrashing floor below. So the Pioneer Barn, it's featured wooden hinges, open slit window ventilation, steep thatched roof, and attached sheds. So it has attached sheds on it too. Pennsylvania Dutch Barn featured designs called hex signs, not for superstitious or religious reasons. It's just for pretty. Ohio Barn with Threshing Bay. All wood construction from Ohio's once tall forests featured large threshing bay for storing grain. And then last but not least, we have a log barn with clapboard siding. Log barns, inexpensive and efficient, remained popular longer than did log dwellings. Because log dwellings aren't as popular anymore anyway. Usually you have to do the chinking and stuff on those. So I just think it's neat to learn about history and the history of barns was cool because selling here in the South, being raised in the South and seeing a lot of barns, it's neat and interesting knowing what they were used for or built for, and the history of it. Me and my hubby had to go to a listing appointment in Clarksville, and Waze took us around the interstate instead, and we know why, because it was backed up for miles and hours of people waiting. People waited that long. So it took us the countryside, which was cool. So we got to see a lot of barns and shapes of barns and talked about that. And then talked about, the sad thing is a lot of farmers, once they pass away, their family sells off the land, and then you see it being auctioned off and surveyed off into tracts of land, and sometimes becomes a subdivision and all that. So eventually, if we don't have any farmland, what are we going to do for food? So that's food for thought. No pun intended there. So neat conversations. If you actually put your phone away and you go country roads, then there's a lot of buildings or structures, and you can talk about that on your ventures out. It's neat being a realtor because we get to see different things every day. And it's cool because my hubby and son and my 2 fur babies are part of my team in real estate, and so they get to go and see a lot of the things with me as well. So every day's an adventure in real estate. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this, and if you know anything about any of these kind of structures and barns and stuff, please comment below. I'd love to hear about it. And if you like my videos, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.